The Jeep Compass has been around since the 2007 model years, and started life as a somewhat cheap representation of the Jeep brand and their attempt at a crossover vehicle. In 2011, eagle-eyed persons would note by this facelift that Jeep was aligning the Compass as a sort of baby Grand Cherokee. This would become oh so evident in 2016 when the second-generation Compass was announced, and ultimately replaced both the outgoing first-gen Compass and the Patriot. This all-new vehicle sat on an all-new world platform and, then, in 2022, FCA now Stellantis, shows us the heavily upgraded mid-cycle facelift of the Compass. Looking more and more like the Grand Cherokee and aligning itself design-wise with the new Grand Cherokee L, Wagoneer and Grand Wagoneer, the Compass for 2022 is more inviting than ever before. Featuring all-new exterior and interior design elements and materials, even the base-level Sport is a nicely equipped and styled vehicle. All that being said, if you want to see a very cool vehicle based on the Jeep Compass and built for the Brazilian market, search the 2022 Jeep Commander. You'll thank me later.
Hello everyone, in today's review we are taking a look at the all-new 2022 Jeep Compass. This Compass is the Latitude LUX 4-wheel drive. It is painted in granite crystal clear coat metallic and does feature the black leather interior. Its full pricing is shown on screen with a full options list breakdown in the description box below. Today's review is going to encompass everything from exterior to interior, powertrain, fuel economy, luggage capacity, and everything in between.
Our Jeep Compass is 4-wheel drive, the only way to get a Latitude LUX, and utilizes the Jeep Active Drive transfer case, with a fully disconnecting 4x2 mode and automatic 4x4 engagement. Activation is through the Select terrain management system, utilized by a console-mounted toggle switch. The Compass features an 8.1-inch ground clearance and features an approach angle of 16.1 degrees, a departure angle of 31.4 degrees, and a ramp breakover angle of 22.6 degrees. Power comes from the 2.4-liter Tigashark single overhead Chem 16-valve MultiAir I4 inline 4-cylinder engine. This engine is of aluminum block and head construction and features sequential multi-port fuel injection with a 10.1:1 compression ratio. This engine creates 177 horsepower at 6,400 RPM and 172 pound-feet of torque at 3,900 RPM. The Compass can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 9.3 seconds, not impressive by any standard. The Compass has a curb weight of 3,327 pounds with a gross vehicle weight rating of 4,650 pounds. The Compass is rated for a 2,000-pound towing capacity and an 860-pound payload capacity. All Compasses are equipped with a 13.5 US gallon fuel capacity and consumes 4 gallons per 100 miles driven with an estimated total driving range of 337 miles. EPA fuel economy figures are 22 miles per gallon in the city, 30 miles per gallon on the highway and 25 miles per gallon combined. While front-wheel drive vehicles feature a 6-speed automatic, on the 4-wheel drives, the transmission is a ZF Source 9-speed 948 TE automatic. This electronically controlled transmission features manual shift capability.
Alright, as we walk around the rear of the new Compass, we'll see some familiar design traits and styling elements from the newer Jeep vehicles, specifically that of the Grand Cherokee, the Grand Cherokee L, and of course the Wagoneer and Grand Wagoneer. One of those mainly being this chrome window line here that runs across the top of the windows and then comes down to frame the lower portion of the gate window. And you do have this gloss black panel here, and you've also got a pseudo spoiler here in the lift gate. And moving down, we do have slightly redesigned rear tail lamps, a little bit updated. Got this frosted red lensing in here, clear lenses, gloss black bezels, incandescent tail lamp and turn signals. And you've got these really cool little backup lamps here. Across the bottom of the liftgate, of course, you still have your 4x4 and your Latitude LUX badging. And as we walk around the profile of the Compass, while it does look like a traditional body-on-frame SUV, unfortunately this is not the case. It is a monocoque unibody, basically just a mid-size crossover. It does have a nice upright look to it though. Pretty high ground clearance, though not as high as what the Trailhawk would be.
Steering is electrically assisted, vehicle speed-sensitive variable rate rack and pinion with 2.68 turns lock-to-lock and a 36.3-foot turning radius. Wheels are interesting, they do not show up in any of the brochures, website, or the press release. They 18 by 7-inch granite painted aluminum wheels, and are shod in 225/55 R18 Yokohama Geolander BSW all-season tires front and rear. Brakes are hydraulically assisted 4-wheel disc brakes with 12-inch ventilated rotors with single-piston floating calipers up front and 10.95-inch solid rotors with single-piston floating calipers in the rear. Suspension up front is comprised of McPherson struts with coil springs, flat front steel crossmember, high-strength steel double shell, and lower control stabilizer bar. In the rear, suspension components are Chapman struts with high-strength steel links, isolated steel rear cradle for 4x4s, coil springs, and a stabilizer bar.
Alright, taking a look at the front of the new Compass, this is where most of the redesigns appear. New front fascia. While it looks similar to that of the outgoing Compass, small changes have been implemented. Headlamps are redesigned just a little bit. They're a little bit more narrow. They do have this upsweep here. It does look similar, but they are a little bit different. They do feature LED headlamps, incandescent turn indicators, gloss black bezels. Down below, high performance halogen fog lamps. The biggest change here is the grille. Everything up here is actually a faux grille. There's actually no openings in the 7 slots. They have been redesigned to fit more in line with the new family. However, most of your grille openings are actually down here in the lower air dam. Overall, the front of the Compass actually looks really, really good. Just a baby Grand Cherokee. And as we approach the vehicle to get inside, let's first take a look at the key fob. It does use the keyless enter and go smart key access system. It does not have the new key fob, however. It just has the old outgoing one. Has a Jeep logo on the back and 4 buttons on the front: unlock, lock, remote start, and panic. This being a smart key access system, you can keep the key fob in your purse or pocket and you can electronically lock and unlock the doors. To operate the locks, press this button here on the door handle. Horn will chirp and the vehicle will lock. To unlock, simply grab the handle as you would open it. Alright, and what we find inside is a very, very nice interior, updated materials, attention to detail, and attention to quality first and foremost. The seats look pretty much carryover, however they do have new materials, as do the door panels. New for 2022 is this new insert material. This is a steel gray andesite cloth. It does have the Moroccan gold accent stitching, or it could be burnished copper as well. You have soft touch materials on the top, hard plastic here, but a nice padded armrest. Satin silver door pulls, power mirror controls. These are heated mirrors. Power windows with auto one-touch up and down for the driver and passenger. Window lockouts and your power locks. Molded cup holders and bottle holders and mat pockets. Premium Alpine sound system. Automatic headlamp control, fog lamp control, overhead lighting control, instrument panel dimming control. Only 2 pedals. This vehicle is only an automatic transmission. And of course you have an 8-way power adjustable driver's seat with 2-way lumbar. Alright, as we take a look at the seats, they are covered in black leather. They do have black stitching, with the exception of the interior panels. The Jeep logo is embossed in the leather, perforated seat backs. You've also got more of the burnished copper stitching. We've also got satin silver trim here and this wizard black gray colored material. Looks really good across this cloth. Brand new air vents. A leather wrapped heated tilt and telescoping steering wheel. Alright, now we're inside. We're going to pan through the interior and we're going to show more details. There's a lot to show inside this Latitude. It's actually a very well equipped vehicle. As you can see here, front and center, you have a really nice, thickly padded, leather wrapped, heated tilt and telescoping steering wheel. As we stated before, it is a 3-spoke design. It has an open spoke in the bottom, satin silver accents on there. You've also got the new Jeep logo on the steering wheel hub. Multifunction controls over here are for your multifunction or multi-display cluster. And of course your Uconnect voice command and Bluetooth controls and phone controls. And over on the right hand side are your standard cruise controls. These will be provisional buttons if you had the adaptive cruise control. Multifunction controls here are for your turn signals, high beams, flash to pass, things like that. And over on the right is your rear and front wiper washer controls. We do have the base cluster here. We do not have the full LCD display that would be seen like in the new Grand Cherokee L, or the Wagoneer. So we do have 2 analog dials. On the left hand side is an 8,000 RPM tach and 160 mile/hour speedometer on the right. In the center is your multi-view display. It does have various functions. We're going to show all those. In addition, you also have your coolant temperature and your fuel gauge. Alrighty, moving over the top of the dash, some nice details here. Brand new air vents. You've got these little defroster vents here and a nice stitched dash pad here. It is actually not leather, it's a padded vinyl, but it has a very nice feel to it. And that runs all the way across the width of the dash. So do the faux vents. As you can see at the very end, that is an adjustable vent. But that faux vent strip goes all the way down, and it basically covers the top of this steel gray cloth, and it is actually padded too. Alright, here in the center we have a 10.2 inch floating touchscreen display. It is a new Uconnect system. Now we don't have any kind of like navigation or anything like that, but we do have a home screen that has Sirius XM satellite radio, your phone settings, climate controls, all that kind of stuff. But it's a pretty reactive little display. AM FM Sirius XM satellite radio. You've also got climate controls. It is a single zone climate control. Phone controls for the Bluetooth. It also features Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And of course you have vehicle settings, various different setting options and things like that. And then you have an app display. And of course, placing the vehicle in reverse does activate the backup camera, and it does feature active guidance lines. Alrighty, moving down, we do have the new start-stop button here. Auto start-stop, power on and off switch, stability control, lane departure warning, 4-way flashers, and 3 more blank buttons here. Air vents down below, you can actually turn them on and off. More of that wizard black metallic trim down here on the bottom with the satin silver. It is a very nice accent between this, the cloth, the burnished copper, and the black. And down below we do have hard controls for our volume, radio, power. You also have your tune and scroll and your enter button over here. And then of course your climate controls. So single zone temperature, front and rear defrosters, fan speed, AC, recirculate, and mode. You can turn the screen off and you can mute your radio. Down below, you do have USB Type A and Type C. Nice large storage bin here. Electronic parking brake. Automatic transmission selector lever. Some blank switches here. 4-wheel drive. And a very basic select terrain. the sun is kind of glaring, but we do have just 3 modes: auto, snow, and sand and mud. It's a new toggle switch though, and it's very clean on here. Alright, that metallic paint continues down here, which looks really good in this vehicle because it actually matches the exterior, so it does have a custom look to it. But note you have 2 deep cup holders and a key storage area. We've also had a padded center armrest that opens up to reveal storage. That armrest also slides. So overall, I feel like the interior of the new Compass is a very nice place to be. It's much more well thought out than the previous one, and the previous one was pretty nice. This new one is actually very, very comfortable. Fits in line with the Grand Cherokee and the Wagoneer. Overhead, we have a manual or an automatic dimming rearview mirror and Uconnect SOS. Sun visors have little paper clips on them. We've also got overhead map lights and our controls for our panorama sunroof. Sun visors are nice, large, and padded. They do feature illuminated vanity mirrors. And of course, the sun visors do swing out and slide out on extension rails. In addition, we also have high adjustable seat belts and dampened overhead assist handles. Alrighty, now let's take a look at the rear seat. Rear seat remains relatively unchanged from the previous model, but we do have our styling updates to fit in line with the front seats. This is all hard plastic back here, but we still have that steel gray cloth, the burnished copper, power window switches, satin silver door pulls, more speakers for the Alpine sound system, molded bottle holders, and storage. Alright, and taking a look at the rear seats, they do seat 3 across. It is a 60-40 split folding seat with high adjustable head restraints on all passenger seating areas, as well as 3-point shoulder belts on all seating areas. More of the burnished copper stitching, perforated accents, got a fold-down center armrest with cup holders. In addition, we have these really small little side windows in the C-pillar, overhead lighting, coat hooks, and assist handles. Storage in the seat backs. You've also got adjustable air vents back here, a USB Type A power point, and a 12-volt power point down below. Folding the seats is very easy. Where the seat belt sits, there's a little latch. Just pull that forward and the whole seat assembly comes forward. Just as easy as that. You don't have to take the headrest out or anything like that. Alrighty, because this is not a higher trim, this vehicle does not have an automatic lift gate, so we have to open it just the normal way. But the handle is right here underneath the license plate. And as you can see, it's mounted on hydraulic struts, and it does open up pretty high. It's pretty effortless too. Alright, here is the luggage area of the 2022 Jeep Compass. As you can see, it's pretty sizable for a vehicle of this size. A nice load flat floor. It is carpeted. It does have some wheelhouse intrusion, but that's to be expected. Over here you have the subwoofer and amplifier for the Alpine sound system. You've also got illumination, a grocery bag hook. Over on the left hand side, more illumination, another grocery bag hook, and a 12-volt power point here. You do have some storage in the floor. And underneath this panel, in lieu of a spare tire, we have the tire inflation kit. So it does have the compressor. You've also got a screwdriver and a filler cap for the fuel door. This does provide you with some concealed storage underneath, however, so it is a good thing. Alrighty, now let's fold the seats and show you what the cargo area looks like with the seats folded. Alright, here they are folded. As stated before, it is a 60-40 split folding seat. Sadly, they do not fold completely flat, but it will do the trick. You do gain a nice sizable amount of storage capacity. And to close the lift gate, it's very easy. Just reach overhead and pull it closed. Alright, and this does conclude our in-depth walk-around review of the 2022 Jeep Compass. We hope you liked the review, and if you found it informative, please comment down below. Also, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/neighborhoodcarreviews and our Instagram channel at BrentsoJ1. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.